habit engineering. Sorry, I'm starting a little bit late today. Was working on getting some things finished up, but go ahead and drop a habit you're looking to be more consistent with down in the chat, and I will teach you how you can build it into a habit that you can actually be consistent with. So far, we've got a 96% success rate in getting people to actually be consistent with the habits that they set. And yeah. That do be what we be doing. I know that once I get to like 10,000 subscribers, that this will like be a really big way that I can get a lot of new subscribers and attract a lot of attention. It's just getting to that 10,000 that is a lot, or that is tough, I guess. But we're gonna keep pushing regardless, because I don't really care. Like, this is just what I love, so it's fun. What's up, Panda Bro? Good to see ya. That is a-okay. You, I would love to have you every day, but you are not obligated to hop on the stream every day. I forget, have we ever engineered a habit for you? I honestly don't even remember. For anyone just hopping on here, this is the Habit Engineering live stream. You can go ahead, if you have any good habits you want to build, bad habits you want to break, you can drop that down in the chat, and I'll teach you how to build them in a way that you can actually stick with those habits. So yeah, drop any habits that you're looking to be more consistent with down in the chat, and I'll teach you how to engineer them. Habit engineer. But yeah, getting that done, getting those habits built in a way that you can actually be consistent with. Yeah, we out here teaching. It says that there's 9 people on here, but I wonder if if a bunch of people will look at it and then just scroll past, and then it takes YouTube some time to update the number. I'm not actually sure. But yeah, if anyone has any habits that they are looking to be more consistent with, or just questions about building habits in general, put them in the chat and let's talk about it. This is what I do for a living. I teach people how to build habits that stick. I am obsessed with it, frankly, and I just love being able to teach that to people every day. So I developed a habit building method after overcoming 5 addictions of my own that is the most effective habit building method in the world. so far you can see here we've got a 96% success rate in being able to help people stay consistent with their habits. So if you have any habits, then you can drop those in the chat. Okay, Pandabra said, moderator is a person who oversees and guides discussions, ensuring fairness, order, and adherence to rules. If you allow me to do that, I'll be here for you every day. Would you want to do that? I feel like that's kind of a lot to ask from someone. And yeah, the count was at like 10 or 9 people on here for me, but then it went back down to 1. So I wonder what YouTube's doing there. Pandabro, why would you want to do that? I'm just curious, like what would be your reasoning for why you would want to do something like that? I don't know. What's up, Mark? Oil up. It makes your name blue and gives you a wrench. Huh, neat. Yeah, let me think about it, and then you can ask me about it again tomorrow. I'll have to look into that. For anyone hopping on here, go ahead, drop a habit that you're looking to be more consistent with in the chat if you would like it to be engineered in a way that it becomes a habit you can actually stick with. And if you don't, then don't. But that's what the Habit Engineer live stream's for. You like metal. Jamera, howdy, good to see ya. For any of you just hopping on, this is the Habit Engineer live stream. So if you have any habits that you want to be more consistent with, or you would like to learn how to build habits that actually stick, go ahead and drop that habit down in the chat, and I will teach you how you can engineer it in a way that you can actually stick with it and be consistent with it. You're only a moderator in one other channel, and that channel doesn't post live streams every day or every week. Okay. Would you just moderate and like kick people out who are swearing or being rude or sus or something? Is that how that works? Or just like facilitate a discussion generally? Okay. Sure. I mean, how do I even make you a moderator? I literally don't know how. I mean, I can ask ChatGPT and do it after this live stream, but yeah, I'm not sure. You'll be helpful? Okay. Sounds good. I like it when people are helpful. It's helpful. Oh, maybe I can just click it here. Live live chat summary, community defaults. I'm trying to find where I can make someone a moderator. Oh, appreciate that. I appreciate that. I am trying to add just like genuine value to people's lives. So I hope that comes through. So if any of you guys who are joining, it says there's 7 people on here now for me. But if any of you have a habit that you want to be consistent with, a good habit you're looking to build, go ahead, drop it down in the chat, and I'll teach you how you can be consistent with that habit using the Triple S method that I developed. It's the most effective habit building method in the world. We've got a 96% success rate in helping people actually be able to stick to their habits. So go ahead, drop a habit you're looking to build down in the chat, and we will engineer it. And I will also try to figure out how I can get a moderator thing in here. Oh, what the? Don't want that. Okay, I don't know how to Burger King. What does this do? Oh, I don't want. Taco Bell. I'm looking at the community moderation thing, but it doesn't give me an option. I'll have to look at it after the live. Clown Burger, probably McDonald's, I would guess. Or Jack in the Box. Or something else. But yeah, so if anyone's got any habits they are trying to be consistent with and have been struggling, go ahead, drop them down in the chat, and I will teach you the system by which you can actually be consistent with your habits, or at least have the highest chance of success in being consistent with your habits. The Triple S method. I got all of them correct. Let's go. I do know my brands, that's for sure. Tomorrow is another day. LOL. Okay. Let me try to figure out how I can make someone a moderator. Since it doesn't seem like there's anyone else on here. Dun, 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 dun. Anyone hopping on, ask me how to build habits in the chat, and I will teach you how. I'm looking on here at doing some research, but yeah. You have to wait 7 days to change your name back. LOL. That's funny. Nice. Do it. Anyone hopping on, drop a habit that you want to be consistent with down in the chat, and I will teach you how to build habits that actually stick. So far, I got a 96% success rate in people actually being able to be accountable, or not accountable, be consistent with the habits that they have. So if you are on here and you are seeing this, and you want a habit to be engineered, then let's talk about it. Remington Webb, yes I do. Good to see you, brother. Glad you're back. What's been going on? How's your day been? Let's see. The method helped. Let's go, baby. That's what's up. Remind me what habit we engineered for you. Let me know down in the chat what we had talked about previously. My day's been good. I've got a lot done today. Did some networking. Taught some people the Triple S method in person here in Arizona, and read probably one of my favorite autobiographies ever. Thinking Before Speaking. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That one's been super helpful for me too. So I'm glad it worked for you. SEO pros, what's the Triple S method? Great question. So the Triple S method is the habit building method that I developed. That is the most effective method in the world for you actually being able to be consistent with your habits. It allows you to tap into the compounding effect for self-improvement by actually being consistent with your habits. So the Triple S method has 3 S's, obviously. The first one is specific, and the way that you make your habit specific is you assign a what, a when, and a where to it. Okay, have a good one, Remington. Appreciate you hopping on, dude. And the reason why you do this is it creates neural resonance, so it just gives the idea a lot more weight in your brain when you attach an action to a specific location and time, right? So the idea here is that you make your habit so specific you can visualize it like you're watching a movie in your head. So instead of saying, oh, I want to read more every day, you say, okay, I'm going to read for 30 minutes every day from 7 to 7:30 p.m. while sitting on my couch in the living room with the light on, right? And you were able to picture that scene as I was describing it, right? So that's the first S, is making it specific. Then the second is you want to make it simple. And the way you make your habit simple is you just ask yourself this filter question, which is just, do I feel 100% confident in my ability to stick to my habit every single day for the rest of my life? And there's a few reasons why we ask this question. The first one, oh, what is this? Best methods. No, not one of the best methods. It is the best method. Yeah. So then you make it simple and so if you don't feel 100% confident, number one of the top 3 best methods. There we go. That works. If you don't feel 100% confident, then go back to the specific stage and mess around with it until you have that level of confidence. So if we want to continue on our reading example, you could maybe say, oh, I don't feel 100% confident about being able to read for 30 minutes every day, but I could definitely do 15 or something like that, right? Re-engineer it, adjust it in order to have that level of confidence. And then the third S is sealed. And so you seal your habit with some type of 1 second celebration. Because as the famous psychologist B.F. Skinner has said, what gets rewarded gets repeated, right? And so you want to have some type of dopamine hit attached to the end of your habit to make you feel good, or make your brain feel good about what it's doing, and then your brain wants to do what makes it feel good, so therefore you're sealing that feedback loop for your habit, for your brain, and making the action be something that you feel good, your brain feels good about doing, so it wants to do it more. Yeah. SEO pros, I don't know if you're still on here, but let me know in the chat if that makes sense. If you have any questions about the Triple S method, but yeah. Yeah, of course, dude. Of course. Thank you. Yeah. I go live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and I just teach people how they can implement this method with different habits that they want to be consistent with in their lives. So if you want to, you can subscribe and then turn on notifications and use this live stream to make me your personal accountability buddy as far as staying consistent with your habits goes. So like, you'll be able to get the notification of the live stream Monday through Saturday, and that will be your reminder to do the habit, or your reminder to, just your reminder to stick with the habit that you're looking to build. Because I've found that it's pretty tough to have, or to find a accountability buddy that you can actually trust to stick with you and everything. SEO pros, saying something like thank you to myself as a celebration, like after breath work, would that work? Yes. That would totally work. That would totally work. Honestly, like, the celebrations are totally just dependent upon you, and what is rewarding for you. So like, I taught this to my 6-year-old niece probably a month or 2 ago, and her celebration at the completion of her habit was just like to have a little 10-second dance party, right? Something silly, goofy, whatever, doesn't matter. Your brain can't tell a difference. And that was rewarding for her to do. But I know there's some other people who I've taught this to who are more intrinsically motivated, driven, right? And so their reward was just to mentally repeat to themselves at the completion of their habit, I did what I said I was going to do, I have integrity, right? And because the rewarding aspect of that for them, because they were more intrinsically motivated, was that they simply just did what they said they were going to do, right? And so it just depends on what type of person you are, what makes you tick. I talked to a girl today who, like, her habit was to go to the gym, and then her reward was to go and get a protein shake at the there's a one stop like right next to her. So being able to, and that was her reward and everything, and that was what worked for her. That's more of an external thing, so it just depends on you. But yeah, let me know if that makes sense. What the heck, Panda Bro? Freshly Wild, are affirmations effective or overhyped? Honestly, I'm not sure how much hype they're getting necessarily, but I find them to be very effective. I have a number of affirmations that I will repeat on a daily basis, and I find that they are really helpful to help me to stay aligned with the person that I'm trying to become. So it's it's like, well, frankly, it's an affirmation of your identity, right? And so saying those things out loud, especially vocalizing them verbally, I've found is really powerful. Repetition is persuasive. That's just like a fundamental psychological fact. And so if you are consistently saying that you are someone who goes to the gym, or you are someone who like is kind to people, or you are someone who is humble, like, you will eventually, like, it's so the way that affirmations work in my head, SEO pros, I'm learning more about values and the habits that enforce them. I like your vibe. I'll be following along. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate it. But like, so the way affirmations work in my head is that they, in and of themselves, don't necessarily like do anything to change you, but it's the daily repetition of who you want to be, or some type of affirmation that keeps that on your mind throughout the day, and thereby you're thinking about things, and that will ultimately, ideally, lead you to take action in that regard. So let me know if that makes sense, but it's like, there's a John D. Rockefeller quote where he just says action solves everything, and I what I'm trying to say is that affirmations will eventually lead to action, and action taken consistently will eventually lead to solving problems. That's what I'm trying to get at. This stream will end in probably the next minute or two. I've got another meeting that I've got at 7 my time, and it's 6:35. So that was a great question, Freshly Wild. You are always coming in with those good questions. I really appreciate that about you. If anyone else has any final questions or anything, drop them in the chat right now. Otherwise, I'll probably wrap up for today. And yeah, we'll call it good. That was close enough. A pickup line? Like you're asking me for a pickup line, or you're... Oh, and I rate it? Sure. Yeah, hit me. Good question. The habit I'm working on right now is I'm running some experiments right now to figure out a habit for lead generation for my business. If you were a transformer, you'd be Optimus. Fine. That one's decent. I'll give that like a 7 out of 10. I think that's solid. That's funny. But so yeah, so SEO Pros, I'm currently trying a few different experimental habits to see what lead generation method for my business that I want to stick with, like long term. And so I think what I'm going to do is just be going to in-person networking events here in the Valley. And I'm going to try to go to 2 a day in order to meet more people who are interested in the Triple S method, and I can then teach it to them. And then they can join my online community after that for additional support, additional habit engineering, that kind of thing. And so I think that is the lead generation habit that I'm going to go with. So that's what I'm working on building right now. But I'm currently running some experiments to see how realistic that is. And if that's simple enough for me to be able to stick to long term. But yeah, great question. Appreciate y'all. I gotta run. I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Subscribe, turn on notifications, make me your personal accountability buddy, and we'll get it done. Keep the change and keep changing, everyone. Peace.